Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
I'm hungry.
You better grab a snack.
Oh, don't worry. I have a lot of food next year right here.
Got it. Good, good.
I'm like half awake right now. And I've been up since 8, but I feel like I woke up 5 minutes ago.
I did.
Lucky you, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm an early riser. I've been up since 5.
That's the way it usually is until my spouse started working nights. And all the littles want to stay up because they feel like someone's going to be home soon, even though they're not going to be home till like 3 or 4 in the morning. So it's like this constant battle of the toddler.
It sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Does not sound
It's
super
not
fun.
that big of a deal when you don't have nothing else to do in life, because then you just
Right.
kind of change your day around, your day and your schedule around yourself, really. But
That's true.
but everybody's sleeping right now. The house is like crickets because everybody's
Oh,
up till 3 in the morning. So
yeah, that's the best though. That's when
yeah,
I like to be up is when everybody else is asleep.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
How are you?
I am doing good. It's work day Wednesday, man. I feel like Wednesday is like such a full day. I don't know.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's just the way it goes. But it's all good. I thought it was supposed to be sunny today, like yesterday, and it's cloudy at my house. Is it cloudy at anyone else's?
It's super bright. I just looked out my window.
Yeah, it's
Oh wait.
bright and
Oh
rainy.
wait. That's just it's cloudy, but it's bright. I guess it's just reflecting up.
Well, bright might be relative. Matt, your
Yeah.
room looks a little
Well, I
dark
did just
except
look up. Yeah, my eyes have acclimatized with the green, so yeah. I don't even
yeah.
think that is using acclimatize correctly, but
I feel like it's a great word right now. But my daughter did have a soccer game last night and it was like warm, it wasn't cool, which, before we were bundling up. Now we don't have to.
what position does she play the most?
Um, Left mid is probably
That's
her. Yeah.
me too. That's the
Mhm.
hard one. You got to run up and down the field all the time.
Well, and you said you're a runner, right, Matt?
Yeah,
You
well, I used to do
and
soccer. Yeah.
and my daughter ran cross country too. So I feel like when you're a runner, you get put in that position.
Hmm.
So because you can take it.
Yep, and you can never leave because they don't ever want to lose a player like that. So
Well, and it was weird last night. They put her in center and it's just such a different position. You're just so thrown off,
yeah, yeah, for
when
sure.
you're put in that position and she definitely tends left. She kept like drifting out
Right,
there.
right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you might as well just play out there because you are not playing in the center for sure. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
hmm. But it was fun. They won, so that's always fun.
Nice.
It was senior night. So they
Mm,
had to have a senior night early because they're afraid things are going to get canceled.
right. Yeah.
So it was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone. Zevi, you just had your hair down, and I've never seen your hair down, I don't think. Oh, I love it. Maybe a couple times I've seen it down, but I love it. You usually have it pulled back, don't you?
Yeah, it's really thick, so it's always in the way. So I tend to pull it up, but I get really bad headaches when I do that sometimes. So
Yeah, hence mine is up today because it's workday Wednesday because I had to get some stuff done and my hair was in the way, but I'm already getting my headache, Zebby, so I feel that right there. So I'm gonna have to take it down soon, but it's okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. So we had a little bump in the road yesterday with people's modules being locked, right? But now they're all unlocked, I hope. And so just so you know, you need to view a page in the module in order to get to the next module. So the easiest way to do that is to click on the modules tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Click on the very first thing in the current module or the module you can see, which is usually the slides. And then at the bottom of that page, on the right, it'll say next. And if you just keep clicking next, obviously, I hope you're reading those pages, but you'll eventually get your module unlocked to the next thing. Okay. So if anybody has a question, you can come visit me in office hours about that. A couple of you still did miss the assignment from last night. I'll be sending you a message personally. So, because those assignments cannot be made up and it's so hard when you get on the wrong track to start to get back. So we need to get you back right away. So I appreciate you guys as sending me messages when you were stuck or you were confused. And I hope you saw how responsive I was back to you, right? I answered you right away if I was awake, which I was. Last night so we could kind of troubleshoot it because I don't want you to miss an assignment just to a tech issue. Okay. All right. So our quote today, can you see my iPad screen? Yes. Okay. 99% of the failures come from people who have the habit of making excuses. I found that a fascinating quote because it's from George Washington Carver, and George Washington Carver was amazing. If I don't know if any of you have read about his life, but really, really amazing. So, an inventor and just the time period that he lived in was just amazing. And it's so much more than peanuts, believe it or not. It's amazing. So, like, I don't think that historically we've looked at the contributions from any of our inventors enough. We probably know 2 or 3 names, but that's about it. So, it's really nice to look at some things like this. So, today it's We Share Wednesday. So, who would like to share something about We Share Wednesday? You can share anything you like, good, bad, eh, whatever it is.
I guess
I'm ready, Matt.
I moved to my desk because I figure I'm gonna pay attention better here because I was laying in my bed before. I was kind of fall asleep. By the way, those just airsoft guns in the background. I'm not preparing for like World War III or anything. I'm kind of a nerd. But yeah. So you can see my pretty lights and all my posters and stuff.
Nice. It's a nice view. I appreciate it. And I think that's a great strategy moving to your desk. I actually require my kids to sit at their desk when they do school, like my kids that are down the hall. And even my 19-year-old, he sits at his desk because I think he finds the same thing, Matt. I think he would just lay down and go to sleep if, especially some of his classes are super duper boring. He's taking midterms right now because he's in a quarter system. So their classes are only 10 weeks. So it's week 5 for him. So
Oh.
he has lots of midterms. So he's a little stressed out. So I'm
Yeah.
trying not to be super crazy loud teacher like I usually am.
Right. Yeah. Plus, my neck was hurting laying in that bed.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you don't have a good chair, you might have to rearrange. Sometimes you'll see that I'm like wiggling around in mine. I have a wobble stool. Have you guys ever heard of a wobble stool? So I have
Yeah.
a wobble stool behind me. So I switch from my desk chair to my wobble stool just to, because I'm here for a long time. Thanks, Matt. What else? Who else needs to share, wants to share? I'm ready. Uh-oh, somebody puts a chat. I don't even have my chat open yet. Oh, yeah, it was Peanuts. I heard that already. Thank you for sharing, Brady.
I got a new book about the Renaissance.
Was that Lee? Would you say Lee?
I said that I got a new book about the Renaissance, which is great because it's focusing on like the darker times in the Renaissance, and I'm excited to read it.
Zevi, you're the teacher now. Says your host. Start teaching.
I don't think I'm qualified to do that.
All right, I'll take over. Does anyone else have any thing to contribute? Any interesting things happen in their lives? It's a beautiful day today, despite the clouds. No, now I know how she feels when she sits here and nothing gets said.
All eyes are on you, Matt.
So
I went
class
on a date last night.
dismissed?
Oh,
No?
yeah. All right, Brady. Yeah, you got it.
I said we give it 5 minutes. If she's not back, then we're good for the day.
Yeah.
Sounds like
And he's a
plan.
really good teacher. Was that Brady?
Yeah,
Yep.
big brain, smart teacher.
Mm. Well,
Did anybody work ahead and get that that review done that we're doing today?
no, I'm kind of a bad procrastinator, but I have troubles with those word problems. I'm fine with the equations. The word problems throw me the hell off.
Me too.
Yeah, I always forget, you know, the format of them. So, but
I just do it ass backwards until something looks right.
yeah, me too. I was doing that kind of trial and error stuff. I
I
looked
was
at
like,
some.
okay, this doesn't look right, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
do this instead. And it kind of looked right, so I kind of just inputted that until it looked right. Inserted it, yay, maybe I
Yeah.
got the right answer.
Yeah, there was only one question on the homework thing that I like just didn't even like. I did. I got it wrong, and I couldn't get it, so I just kind of went to the next question. So, but it was a word one.
I had radio static on the Trader Joe's question for a while because I was like,
Oh,
what the fuck does this mean?
yeah, that was when I was on. That was when I got stuck on. I pulled up that example, and I literally, yeah, I couldn't even imagine it was the same thing, but I couldn't do it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I know what to do, but I can't remember what order to do it in. So I
Yeah,
was like, oh, this doesn't look right, so I'm gonna do this instead.
yeah.
Okay, I'm so glad you guys did not leave. I am back. Did
Okay,
you
I took
notice
over
that?
for you.
Oh,
we debated
perfect.
on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. My entire Wi-Fi went out, and now I'm on my hotspot, so that's why I'm looking all sideways because only my iPad's connected right now. So, but I hope my son was not in the middle of his history midterm. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, and I can't even figure out why my computer is not connecting to Wi-Fi. Like even, I have my phone hotspot on, but that's neither here nor there. So I hope you were sharing. That's awesome. The other thing I wanted to share, last I heard before I got eating, was that Lee got a new book, which was exciting. I wanted to tell you guys that it is We Care Wednesdays. So it's the produce pickup today at campus, but it only goes till noon. So I don't know how far away you live from campus, and I don't know if they're ever open late. But if you are one of those people who really needs to go get the produce from MCC, it's Wednesdays from 10 to 12. They also have it on, let's see, on at Red Mountain, but it's not today at Red Mountain. It's a different day at Red Mountain. So, but today it's at Southern and Dobson. And on February 17th, it's at Red Mountain. So it looks like there's once a month date at each location. But you can drive up and they'll just put the food in your vehicle, in your trunk or whatever. Or if you don't have a vehicle, like you're taking a bus or whatever, you can walk up and they'll still give you the food. And there's no, you don't have to tell them anything. There's no card you have to show. You don't have to be an MCC student. It's open to the public. So if you need produce, it's a great thing. It's through the United Food Bank. So I appreciate it. So that was my We Care Wednesday. We Share Wednesday. I do want to do, yes, I'm ready.
That made me think of something and I thought I'd share it with you guys. If any of you are service members or any of you have any family members that are service members and anyone is pregnant, I know it's kind of like narrowing the pool down really specifically, but contact me through my email, which is just first and last name at maricopa.edu, I guess is what everybody has, or on the chat privately, and I can give you all the information you need. They're doing a baby shower for those people. It's just a drive-through baby shower at the Phoenix VA. I think it's the 29th or 27th, something like that, of this month. And but I can get you full details, and you can have pretty much a bunch of free stuff for your baby or family member's baby or whatever. So
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, and my iPad, like, I can't figure out how to see everybody. Did I freeze? I'm gonna lose my mind. I think everybody's internet is wonky right now. I don't know what is happening. Okay, I got you all back. My computer will not hook up, so we're just gonna have to do my iPad. I have a rounding warm up. We'll just skip our 3, 2, 1, go chat because I don't even think I can find the chat on here. But I do have a rounding warm up for you guys. And then I have an activity. And if we keep having these tech issues, then I'll make sure I post the slides on Canvas just in case I get kicked out again. Okay. So there's an activity that we're going to do in class that's called quizzes. Okay. Quizizz. Has anyone played that before? Okay. Lee has, Lily has, Zevi has. It's kind of like Kahoot, but if you've ever played Kahoot. I like it better than Kahoot because it's self-paced, meaning you don't have to wait for everybody else, right? So if you work faster than others or slower than others, you get to go to the next question when you're ready. You don't have to wait for the whole class to be ready. So I like that. I have the link to it in our slides and on Canvas. But first, so that's what, here's my goal for today. Rounding warm up. Quizzes activity. Make sure you put your real name in there, right? Your first and last name, so I can give you credit for that. If you complete it, you will get full credit. You want to do as well as you can. I did it last class, so you'll probably be linked to my last class too. So if you want to get to the top of the leaderboard, you have to compete with them as well. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them got 100% on it. So, it's a doable quiz. It's a great practice. There's 24 questions. It's not a competition, but I know some of you like that. So if you like that, fine. If you don't, fine. So we'll do our rounding thing, then we'll do quizzes. And then when you're done, do your percent assessment review. It's 3 questions. You have to submit it on Canvas. I'm going to give you feedback on that after you turn it in. So then you know exactly what you need to remember for the quiz tomorrow, like dollar signs. My last class, tons of people still left off dollar signs or didn't show their work or things like that. Okay. So that's the plan for today. I do have an exit ticket. So if for some reason you get kicked out of the meeting or I get kicked out of the meeting, if you accomplish all those things, you were here, right? It's not an absence. It's not missing class, anything like that. Okay. Sounds good? Okay, let's see if I can share my screen from my iPad. This will be an interesting challenge for me. Well, because now I'm not going to be able to see you guys. I know you're going to be crying. Okay, so you're gonna have to answer out loud. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for answering out loud because I can't see you at all now. And I can't move it away from my screen because then you won't be able to see. So there's 8 questions right there for you. Can you try those 8 questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. All right. So when you're finished with all 8 of those, let me know.
I'm finished.
I'm done.
Great.
I'm done.
Nice. Is there anybody who needs a couple more minutes?
I'm done now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just need like 2 more minutes.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, take your time. Like I said, this is really annoying because I can't see anyone. I'm going to join on my phone, but just so I can see you. That's just me arriving.
Hold on.
All right. I know. How many times can I be in my own meeting, right? All right. So let's go over. I can see you again. I'm so excited. That's what I was doing, troubleshooting my screen. You can't see me yet, but now you can. Hello, I'm back. Let's look at these answers. I'm going to show you the answers. Just check them and tell me if you have any questions. If you got them all right or you agree with mine, give me a thumbs up or a party hat or something. Okay. So there's the answers.
I have a question.
Yes, I'm ready.
On number 4, how do you figure out like where that part where it says nearest 10th percent, like how do you figure out exactly where that lands you?
Perfect. Great question. So you need to know the place values to the right of the decimal. So if I just draw like place values, normally if this was the decimal point, this would be the ones, right? This is the tens, this is the hundreds. That's to the left of the decimal. And then to the right of the decimal, the first place to the right of the decimal is called the tenths. And then there's the hundredths. And then there's the thousandths and so on. And notice there's a THS on the end. So basically this is 1, 10, 100. If we think we live in base 10, right? Believe it or not, that's our number system. So if we think of these as exponents, this is 10 to the first power. This is 10 to the second power. This is 10 to the 0 power. This is actually 1/10, which is 10 to the negative first power. Do you see a pattern here? It goes 2,
Yeah.
1, 0, -1. And for some of you who know a lot more math, you might have noticed that if you know exponent rules, that this negative exponent means move it to the other side of the fraction bar. So if you learned exponent rules and you never knew where they came from, it's probably because nobody ever showed you this before. But it's important to know this name, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. So in the tenths place is this 3. So I want it to end right there. I only want one digit to the right of the decimal. And so now I just have to decide, should it be a 3 or should it be a 4? Okay. And how I decide is I look at that 8 that's right next to it. And since the 8 is 5 or higher, I'm going to change the 3 to a 4. So that might have been a longer explanation than you wanted, but hopefully that cleared it up. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
Yeah, I always understood like the to the nearest tenth, but like it was just like 10th of a%. It sounded different, so I just wanted to be clear on it.
No, that's a great question. Good job. What other ones do you have? How about the next one? How about number 5? Did anyone struggle with this one, number 5? No, you're okay? Okay, excellent. Did anyone have any extra zeros hanging out on the ends of their numbers? You should not. Yours should look exactly like mine. If yours doesn't look exactly like mine, let me know. Sorry, I have to let my cat out now. I'm telling you, it's crazy day at my house. Okay, any more clarification that you need? Everybody all right?
Could you do number 8, please?
Sure. Number 8, 18 is 13% of what number? Now, Matt, what method do you like? Do you like direct translation? Do you like proportions? What did you like?
I think, did Josh ask that?
Yeah, I
question?
did.
Not me.
Oh, I'm
I mean, I
sorry,
can do it,
Josh.
but
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry,
You
Josh.
got this,
I was
Josh.
just looking at Matt still.
Direct translation works pretty well.
Okay, perfect. So on that one, you're just going to go and you're going to read and write it at the same time. So 18, we're going to write 18 is, so the is our equals. And then 13%, we're going to write it as a decimal, so 0.13. Of means multiplication. And then what number, that's the part we don't know. So 18 is 13% of what number? Now, when you do direct translation, you need to know how to solve equations. And what that means is I want the x all by itself. So to get rid of that 0.13, I'm going to divide both sides by 0.13.
Oh, okay.
And so then I'm going to get x equals, what did we get? 138.5. I seem to have moved my whole page.
Gotcha.
So
All right. Thank you.
does that help? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And if somebody used proportions, they would just say 13 over 100 equals, and then the important part is since the 18 is 13%, they would put the 18 on the top and the x on the bottom. So either way, you'll get the same answer.
All right. I tried doing that on my own and I ended up messing it up along the way. So thank you
Yeah,
for explaining that.
it's very, very common. That's why we're practicing for sure, because we just rearrange a little thing and then we get confused.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, anything else on this? Okay, I was just thinking about it. Do you guys want your own quizzes code so you're only against each other instead of the other class too? I can change the code.
Sure, I guess.
Okay, so let me change the code really quick. It doesn't really matter, but sometimes it's just fun, you know? So let me see. Let me go back here. Just because if I don't change the code, you're going to see when you start, there's a bunch of people above you already. And you're going to be like, what the heck? I didn't even start playing yet. So let me just get you a new link. Okay, so I'm going to put the link in the chat. And what this is it's this review activity. Don't worry about any of those codes. And notice how it says you should write down as many things as you need and you can replay it if you want later tonight. As it's not a race, but as soon as you finish, just let me know. You can work on that percent assessment review. And don't like shout out, I finished, right? Like just type it directly to me in the chat. I'm going to be looking at the screen and refreshing the screen all the time. Okay. So I can see when you finish. Okay. So there it is. You can talk to me during it. It's not a big deal. It's not an actual quiz right now. This is a fun review game, or it's supposed to be. How's that? Okay. So, but put in your first and last name, and then you can start whenever you're ready. And I'm going to try to be quiet, which is really hard for me. Okay. So you go ahead. There's funny little, like, I don't know, pictures, things in between. Anyone having trouble getting in? Rookie, are you able to get in? You good?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you. You guys are amazing. You're phenomenally working. I appreciate all your hard work. Um, if you're still working on the quizzes, no worries. You're fine, right? It's just a game. It's just a practice. I hope you liked it. Did anyone like it so far? It's awesome. You can practice it again. The unfortunate thing is the numbers don't change. That's the only thing that I wish it would just regenerate new numbers, right? I don't think it does. But that's a great way to practice. And if you're already finished, you probably already got a message from me. If you didn't, that's fine. But you should be working on the percent assessment review. It's only 3 questions, but it's really important that you really attend to precision and label things and show me all your work. And then when you finish, go ahead and put it on Canvas and I can take a look at it while we're still here and I can give you some feedback on it before you leave. And I know we still have 25 minutes left, but if you finish early and you get that up there, I can take a look at it. And then if you wanted to, then if you finish with everything, I can give you the exit ticket early. Okay. But submit that on Canvas if you finished. Oh, good job. Thank you. I love your chats to me. Sometimes I have so many windows open, I don't even know what's happening there's because I'm checking the quizzes window and everything. So if you finish the quizzes, make sure you're working on that percent review activity that you can access through Canvas. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Did you say after we finish this little review thing that we're doing the game, what would you like us to do?
Work on the percent assessment review.
Okay.
It's an assignment in Canvas.
Okay. And then ask for the exit ticket?
Yeah, after
Okay.
I look at that. So submit that when you're done too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, good job. No worries. I'm glad you clarified.
Thanks, Mrs. Clausen. Appreciate it.
Yes, no worries. Brady, I was just going to tell you that I'm going to make one more note on yours on Canvas. So make sure you look at it later. Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. Speaking of which, I'm going to interrupt you. I know I've interrupted you plenty already. You're like, are you kidding me right now? So some of you are like, this was such an easy day, I think. I don't know if you think that, but what I do know is you just did a lot of math. You just didn't realize how much math you were doing because you were gaming while you were doing it, right? It was just a fun little game and you're like, boom, I'm getting some points. I'm seeing some funny little messages, moving on, right? So that was awesome. You did 8 rounding problems and you did 24% problems if you finished that assessment. So you did a lot of work today. So you should be excited. And if you're like, we should do those every day. No, we are not going to do them every day, but they are good. And if you're working on that percent review assessment, make sure you're really clear, right? And practice with your dog or cat or your squishimals or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. But practice teaching them the problem, right? Could you explain how you did it? Because that's what you're going to have to do tomorrow. They don't have to talk back, right? It's okay. So, and I'll give you feedback on those as well. If you're having trouble submitting an assignment or you want to have me look at it before you go, because we still have 13 minutes, you're fine. I will share the exit ticket with you now so you have it. And when you're done, you can go. But I will be here until 11:45 because I want to make sure that I help as many students with what they need as they can get it. But let me share my screen. And if in case you need the QR code, does anyone need the QR code? So there's the QR code if you use that. Is that better? Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay, good. And I also put it in the chat. Don't forget to complete that percent assessment review and study for the quiz by like explaining it and all of that thing. And we'll do the quiz tomorrow in class. Now, some of you are just struggling like getting the hang of assignments and things like that. You do have 2 assignments that are due by Sunday night. If you know you're going to forget to do them, I think there's 2. Yeah. Do them tomorrow after you take the quiz, right? Or do them right now if you're finished with everything else. But you know, make sure you get them done before the weekend so you don't have to worry about them. Okay, so you don't forget about them. All right, I'm going to be quiet and let you guys ask me questions, or I can look at your Canvas stuff or whatever you need. I can answer questions about the quizzes.
I would like to go over the assessment review. You sent me the form, but I did it in paper.
Oh, good. You did it. And can you, I'm going to stop sharing this. Hopefully you guys got it. Veronica, did you submit it yet in Canvas?
No, but I could do, just converted it to a PDF, so
Oh,
I'll
good.
look right now.
Yeah, perfect. Do that. And then I'll take a look at it and I'll give you feedback on it. Okay.
Yes, please. It seemed so fun. Math seemed so fun today that I'm a little nervous.
I know you just had the wrong teachers before. It's okay. Math is fun. So math is fun, I promise. I'm not knocking your other teachers. Well, I guess I kind of am. But different styles work for different people, right? And this is my style. So if you're finding it better for you, maybe it's just a good style for you. Bye, Josh. See you tomorrow.
I uploaded.
Okay, you uploaded it. I will look at it right now.
If I take a screenshot of my little notepad I have over here and then
Yep.
upload it, is that
You
still
c-
good?
But if you can change it to a PDF, can you change it to a
Yes.
PDF? Yes.
But that's okay that I do it that way?
Absolutely. I don't care how you
Okay.
do it. I
Oh,
don't care how you do it. Okay, so let me look right now.
I have a question too.
I'm ready. Go for it.
So if I print out that review and then I do it on paper and then like I do the picture of it with that scanner thing, right? That
Uh-huh.
app.
Yep.
and then I guess I somehow figure out to send that to my laptop, and then I submit it. That's good, right? That's what you want.
Yeah, you submit it as a PDF. Yep.
We'll figure that out.
Okay. V, I'm looking at yours right now.
I guess.
That's how I understand. That's how I kind of do my math. I don't know if it's the
Yeah. No, it
the-
looks great. The only thing I want to ask you is on question 1, did you answer the question? Read number 1 again.
I do it from the No.
Okay.
did-
I
Okay.
think you know the answer. So, and you can type it to me directly. Just don't tell everyone.
Okay. Is it that?
Oh, okay. So,
I'd have not.
it's really close. So it shouldn't be bigger than 1. Okay. I mean, it should be, well, hold on. Let me see how we can have this conversation. I'm going to type it to you. I'm going to
Okay.
type it to you right now. Bye, Rookie. Did you get to finish?
So I'm just a little confused. So the quiz, you want us to show our work and download it as a PDF and submit it? Is that it? Or the questions?
Okay, so not the game that you were playing. Quizzes records automatically, right? But the percent assessment review, that
Oh,
is the
Canvas.
assignment that's due tonight as well.
Okay.
That you need to access electronically. If you like to print things out, you can. If you just want to do the work on a piece of paper, you can do that. Or you could, access it electronically and type in your answers, but you need to show me all your work. Then that document, however you've done it, needs to be turned into a PDF and uploaded to the Canvas assignment.
Okay, awesome.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
V, does that make sense?
Yes, I believe. Is it right now, or am I still way off? Ah. Okay.
So I want you to think of 100%. 100% would be the original price of $56.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and your math looks awesome on your paper. So it's just your interpretation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just these word problems jumble me up so much.
But you're doing fine. So do you see how when you multiplied those 2 numbers, you got the third number? So, and I'll type it in there. When you multiplied. Oops.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Would you like me to redo it on my page and resubmit it? Or
It would probably help you just to remember. As long as you redid it on your page, I'll make sure I give you credit and say we talked about it. Okay.
yes, I'm a notes taker.
Yeah, yeah. So you're good. And I'm checking right now, Tashina. So good job, V.
Thank you.
Let me know
Bye,
if you have any
guys.
other questions. Okay. Tashina, I'm looking at yours. Number 1 looks great. Number 2, you didn't answer the question, I don't think. Let me read the question again. And number 3 looks great. Let me just look at number 2's question. Yeah, on number 2, it asked you 2 different questions, right? So make sure you answer both of those. Did you answer both of them?
Yeah. See that now.
And do you notice you left off a 0 on your
Tricky,
number?
tricky. I did. What?
Yeah,
Oh my
and
goodness.
there was no X in the problem. So if you say X equals this, you didn't answer the question. Right.
Oh, I usually use X for a number.
That's fine, but you have to tell me what that is representing. So that
Oh,
value you found, right? That value you found, is that the discount or is that the sale price?
Gotcha.
So it needs to be labeled. That's what we're doing. We're thoroughly labeling, right?
It's like in my brain, it's like, oh, it looks good.
Right. Well, and a lot of your teachers would have been like, yep, she knows it, but we're in real life now, right?
Yes,
We're in
ma'am.
real life math where we want to be able to have a conversation about it. So
Okay, I'll fix it, upload it. Thank
yeah,
you.
but you
Sorry.
did great. It looks good. So.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Danessa, who do we have? Danessa and Annie. Any questions for me? You doing okay? I'm not trying to rush you. I just noticed you were here. Like,
Oh yeah, I just like copying down like neatly on paper.
that's perfect. And you don't even have to write out the whole question, Danessa, if you don't want. It's up to you as long as you, I mean, some people like it for their reference, but it's totally up to you. And I know that's time consuming. It's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
No, but I always have the questions. So if you don't write them down, I can always look. Like Tashina didn't write out the whole question. She just kind of showed her work. How about you, Annie?
I'm kind of having some problems with number 1, like understanding it, like
All right.
solving.
Why don't you talk me through it? Tell me what's happening.
Okay, so I know that my bill was $56, but they added the tip with it, which the tip was $11.20. But I don't know how to find like the percentage, I guess.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so if you know that, what if it said, what if we change the question and I said your bill is $56 and you want to leave a 10% tip? How much is the tip? What would you do with those 2 numbers?
Well, I would make the 10% a decimal and multiply it by my total.
Excellent. So now we just don't have that number. So what was your original bill in this problem?
Like the total?
No, just the original without the tip.
$56.
Okay, so you would take the $56 and multiply it by whatever the percentage is, but we don't know that, right? So you can put a letter there, or I don't know. Do you like proportions, Annie?
No, I rather do the letters.
Okay, you like the equations. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're going to write 56 times x equals, and you told me you figured out the tip, right?
It's
What did you just? Okay, so if you take 56 times x equals $11.20, how would you solve that now?
Wouldn't I divide?
Yep. What would you divide?
I would divide the 56. Move it.
Yep. So what would you type in your calculator?
Okay. I would do 11 with 20 divided by 56.
Very nice. And then you got a number. Don't say it out loud, right? Don't say your number out loud. You got a number and you change that to a percent. And you can type to me what the answer is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great job, Annie. Great job. The other way you could do it is like this. I'm going to type it in the chat so you can see it. You don't have to do it this way, but just in case you were doing this on your calculator, I thought I was typing and I'm not. Okay, so Annie, I just typed a different way if you wanted to do it, or you might have done it on accident. You just didn't know what it meant.
Oh, okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
gonna write it down in my notes.
Good. And I forgot to tell everyone, I also have office hours tonight from 7:30 to 8:30. So anybody who wants to come and visit can do that too. So now only Tashina, Danessa, and Annie will know that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll send everybody a reminder. Okay, does anybody else have any other questions?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, you guys did awesome today. I hope you felt like it was fun, but you still did some math. A fun might be a stretch for some of you. I know. It's okay. And did you do the exit ticket?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Well, then you're all set. Just don't forget to submit that last document before midnight, right? You all get credit for doing the quizzes. So, because you all finished. So you're good. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions for me? Danessa, Tashina, you good?
I'm good.
Yeah, I was just gonna resubmit it right now to you. and-
Perfect. I know, because then you just don't forget to do it later, right? That's
Right.
the best part. That's why
So
I'm
I'll-
trying to make sure we're using our time wisely so we get as much done as we can. So,
Sounds good. Thank you,
okay,
ma'am.
good. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Danessa.